Huntington Beach High School commencement ceremonies. As a reminder, this is a formal ceremony where we emphasize decorum and courtesy for all our graduates and for you, your friends and families. Please help us maintain the dignity of this occasion so that all our graduates can be recognized. At the conclusion of our ceremony, you are all invited onto the field. If I may have Dr. Hagan and Ms. Castry please join me now at the center stage. Dr. Hagan and Mrs. Bruce will present all diplomas assisted today by Joyce Grimm and Sharon Darwish. And now, leading the graduation class and also joining us on stage will be our first diploma recipients. Eduardo Carvajal, ASB President. Brian Enquist, Senior Class President. Deanne Coombs, Senior Speaker, Distinguished Scholar. Dipti Barreau, Senior Speaker, Graduate with Honors. And Kelly Gifford, Senior Speaker, Senior at Large. Our announcers for this evening, Mr. George Clemens and Mrs. Mary Scott, will introduce the diploma recipients for the Food Joe.
Ajit Photogene.
Perry William Dickey III.
Lydia Dow.
Stephen Wesley Dornbos.
Chris Mark Doe.
Eric Andrew Fox.
Ryan Thomas Figgy.
Shin Ji Ho.
Ryan Graydon Hardy.
Koji Paul Ikeda.
David Ming Hung.
Shaker Kishore Karnik.
Christine Akemi Ikeda.
Kevin Michael Krebs.
Renee Kimoto.
Catherine Megan Loretto.
Jia Ming Liang.
Robert C. Mailing III.
Ernest Luke.
Bree Marchman.
Marika Elizabeth Manos.
Jill Marie Myers.
Danielle Lynn Marchman.
Mark Thomas McCaughey.
Orapon Moonpapak.
Sean Michael Poe.
Marie Ellen Nielsen.
Patrick Allen Schwanke.
Amanda Lynn Reese.
Marley Stephen Robert Tellis.
Sumit Subramanian.
Stephen George
Grace Woolman.
Philip John Acosta.
Terry Tan Yin, valedictorian.
Melissa Marie Avalos.
April Anik Asadorian.
Michael Kazaza.
Andrea Marie Beal.
Melissa Aaron Dillard.
Ryan Curran.
Nicole Gale.
Erin Christine Drum.
Renee Gattel.
Anne Michelle Garman.
Lauren Nicole Nikemian.
Sarah Marie Hagenbart.
Nina Shea.
Stephanie J. Hendricker.
Nicole Marie Kreipel.
Chad Daniel Jenkins.
Claudio Polizu.
Joshua David Pardo.
Heather Michelle Smith.
John Joshua Plotkin.
Jess Warren Strutzel.
Robert Stephen Russell.
Kenneth E. Moore.
Jennifer Ann Squires.
Keely Ziegler.
Monica Tipple.
Lindy Adams.
Christopher A. Wilson. Jensen Lee Abellanetta.
Dominic Antonucci.
Joshua Allery.
Aaron Arcelia.
Nicole Lee Anderson.
Edgar Ernesto Avalos.
Lori Ann Arbogast.
Joseph Daniel Wisdom.
Place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Thank you.
Senior Jamie Westman salutes her class in song for the last time, singing One Moment in Time.
Each day I live, I want to be me. I'm only one, but not alone. My finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart for every game to taste the sweet. I face the pain, I rise and fall, yet through it all, this much remains. I want one moment in time, when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all of my dreams are away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time, when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, no time for less. I've laid my plans, now lay the chance here in my hands. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity. Oh, you're a winner for a lifetime. If you seize that one moment in time, make it shine. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will be
I introduce you now to the senior class speakers. Kelly Gifford begins with reflections. Signing for the speakers is Mrs.
Upon the greatest change we have experienced so far in our lives, we cannot help but to reflect upon those memories that have distinguished these years in high school. We must gather all the greatness we have learned and transcend into what we have in store for us next year. Whether it is a prestigious four-year college or university, a community college, or a chosen trade or profession. We all have a destination and a niche in life, and it is the unification of teachers, friends, and experiences from our times at school which have prepared us most for this great adventure. At this moment in our lives, we cannot help but think of our experiences during elementary school and junior high. We all have matured and become our own individuals. What about all those people we've met over these past 12 years? Some of us have developed lifelong friendships, and others just brief acquaintances. Also, we cannot forget those great teachers during elementary school and junior high that instilled the basics necessary for us to succeed in high school. We must keep these childhood memories close to us and remember them forever. This time of year, approximately 4 years ago, we were all graduating from 8th grade in anticipation and fear of high school. We left our comfort area at the top of the junior high totem pole to take our position here as freshmen at Huntington Beach High School. For some of us, we are following brothers, sisters, and a long line of family that have made it a tradition of attending this Huntington Beach institution. As many of you know, the man who dedicated himself to instilling many of these great traditions has left us. The class of 1996 is fortunate to be Mr. Stillwagon's last graduating class. We appreciate his 33 years of hard work, and I dedicate my graduation to Mr. Stillwagon. Looking back on our freshman year, that was probably the easiest year of all. We were given a smooth transition from junior high to this large high school. We attended all activities and games, taking in the high school scene with naivety. We entered our sophomore year with an attitude that we knew it all. Many of us became active and a part of the school, whether it was sports, clubs, or other organizations, taking in all that we possibly could. But we soon noticed that we had a whole new level of responsibilities to account for. Now, we won't have difficulty remembering our junior year, the year of absolute and complete stress. The year when grades were most important to colleges and those do or die SAT and AP tests. Or when it was once said that all the junior teachers conspired to give huge amounts of homework, either on the same night or with the same due date, just to give us all nervous breakdowns. Yet, we did survive, with the strength experiencing the closest taste to what college and life may have in store for us. And finally, we reach our senior year, the ultimate time in our lives that we have been anticipating for our entire high school career. The memorable ongoing countdown of how many days till graduation that was set up by the teachers who are retiring this year will never be forgotten. We've taken in every activity as our last, making it as special as possible just because we're seniors. We have finally completed the college application process and have made our plans for the future. We are at the end to reach high school.
Deputy Bureau presents Inspiration.
The Almighty Class of 1996. Hello. I'm Dipsy, and if it's not obvious, I'm graduating today. I'd like to tell you how honored and awestruck I am at this chance to address you all. So here we are. Things are running around in our heads a mile a minute. A lot of you guys are probably thinking, well, gosh, it's hot. Why don't you just give me my diploma so we can just get out of here? Well, wait, just a little while. I'd just like to take some time to reflect on something that lies in many of our hearts and minds right now. This is a day of much happiness and celebration, but as many of you know, our dearest friend and teacher, Mr. Sowagan, who has meant so much to me and so many others, has passed this morning. So should we weep, be mournful, keep crying at our loss of such a cherished man? No, for that's not the way he'd want it. Let us instead remember him as he always was, a constant source of light and encouragement for all of us. He embodied the word inspiration, and I ask that we look to him and his life as something to emulate. And now to my prepared remarks. Last year in Mr. Gordon's English class, while studying transcendentalism, I was struck by this one passage by Henry David Thoreau, where he spoke of wanting to suck the marrow out of life. At first I thought, whoa, sounds kind of vampire-ish, suck the marrow. What is he talking about? But he went on to say, Thoreau went on to say how he wanted to be at the helm of life rather than a passenger, rather than in the cabin. That shed more light on it, and I began to look around to see who was really sucking the marrow out of life. Well, anyway, I didn't have to look too far for people who weren't just passengers, who were truly inspirational. Inspiration is Mr. Houghton's existential struggle to try and galvanize apathetic adults to see the evils of block scheduling. Inspiration is witnessing the love and respect. Kidding, sorry. Inspiration is witnessing the love and respect that Mr. Sowagan has elicited in his 33 years of teaching here. Inspiration lies with teachers like Mr. Gordon and Mr. Button, Mr. Brown, Mr. Nichols, the Morehouses, and so many others I can't name right now because of a time limit. Teachers like these who care and teach and make us question our attitudes and beliefs and really enlarge our minds. I soon came to realize that those who were really sucking the marrow out of life were happy, savoring the here and now, taking nothing for granted, living with passion and zeal, and doing what they loved. They were the people who took time to do what they loved. They say do what you love and the rest follows, and the romantic in me believes that wholly. But the realist in me tells me that the rest doesn't always necessarily follow for everybody. I look out at you all today and see so many beautifully talented people, but I think the greatest tragedy is a person who gives up their passion for practicality. If your passion can't pay the rent, well, don't forego it completely. Take at least some time to share yourself and the gifts you possess. I think having
Our future.
time, like all times, is a very good one if we but know what to do with it. Today marks a time of new beginnings, a time where we become directly responsible for the decisions and choices we are about to make. The decisions and choices that we make today will guide us through tomorrow. After this day, we will all begin traveling in separate directions. For some of us, our education has only just begun, and the years of schooling we face ahead add up to more than the years we've already spent in the classroom. For others, today marks an end of sitting behind desks, listening to lectures, taking notes, or difficult tests. Regardless, the years ahead for all of us will be full of new people, excitement, and experiences. For none of us, however, does today mark a day where we will stop learning. From every experience we encounter in life, we can learn as long as we remember to open our eyes and learn from life's lessons. Class of 1996, we are the future. In your eyes, I can see the hopes and dreams of future leaders and role models, eager to inherit a world that has been so patiently awaited. Within this class, we will have doctors, teachers, writers, athletes, painters, scientists. Some of us will even hold jobs that have not yet been imagined. We are individuals who will undoubtedly make an impact on this world. Our ambition will not be diminished by an occasional failure. We will learn from each experience and learn how to prevent future failures. As different as each one of us are here today, our goals in life are equally different. Many of the goals that we set for ourselves will change us as we achieve them and help us to evolve in the adults we will become. Each one of us will be traveling down different paths, hurdling obstacles both big and small. As long as we never stop learning, never stop trying, and continue traveling down the path, no matter how dark and intimidating, we will all be successful. We are the building blocks of the future, strong enough to take this world and transform it into anything that we want it to be. Always remembering Emerson's words that this time and all times can be very good if we but know what to do with it. On a day like today, where we have lost our beloved Mr. Stillwagon, finding the good within this situation may be one of our hardest tasks yet. On a very personal note, I speak not only for myself, but for my whole graduating class when I say that we love, respect, and will deeply miss one of the kindest, most inspirational man that we've ever met. He has taught us never to abandon our aspirations and to continue learning for the rest of our lives. From Mr. Stillwagon, we have learned that in every situation, if we look hard enough, there will be some good found within. We, as the graduating class of 1996, are very lucky individuals because our futures are bright and because we have the privilege of knowing, loving, and learning from the very special individual, our Mr. Stillwagon. Good luck.
Principal's most pleasant duties is the annual certification of each graduating class at our commencement ceremony.